All right, guys, welcome back to the garage. It's Tush coming at you. It is Saturday, April the 26th, 2025, and we're just back doing a quick project on the 1980 Triumph TR8. Got the air cleaner off, and we're just about to pop the valve covers off, or the rocker covers, if you want to call them, because a buddy of mine, a YouTube follower, Gavin, from across the pond in the UK, sent me some really nice aluminum valve covers that he had in excess. So I believe he has an MGB V8 conversion, and he got some new valve covers for his MG. So he sent me these, thinking that I could use them for the TR8. So that was very kind. Not only did he send me these at great duress, it took him a while to find a courier company that would even handle these to get them shipped over here to Canada. He had to even scrub them down for a courier to accept them. He also sent me some candy, and he sent some candy for Lynn as well. Some really nice Scottish treats, some Tunnocks tea cakes, some fudge, some licorice, etc. He also sent me, which is really cool, some of his family recipes. So we'll definitely try these out. So thanks very much, Gavin. We'll clean these up a little bit, see if we can get them polished. I do have some mag and aluminum polish here, but I've also got some wet sandpaper coming, some hook and loop discs for my DA sander. I think all the way up to 2500 grit. So I may want to try to sand these down before we go ahead with the aluminum polish and just get a little bit of this surface cleaner than it is currently. I think they'll finish up pretty nicely. But what I wanted to do first is I wanted to pop these existing valve covers off to see if I can get things like this riser off, for example. I don't know how that attaches to the current valve cover. I think I need to transfer that over to the new covers. So we'll see if I can get that off and that piece over there before we go too much further. I know the cap will thread in to this valve cover, but I think I need the riser because I think the bottom of the cap will actually foul on the valves. So anyway, let's pop that off and see what the similarities look like. There are baffles, as mentioned here, that need to go back in, and he sent along the screws with that as well. There was another cap here that was in one of these ports, but I'll actually need to utilize both of those open anyway, because we have these two, the oil cap, and I can't remember if that's a flame trap or actually that's, I guess, a breather for the engine that goes back into the bottom of the air cleaner mounting plate. That's where that hose attaches to it, so it sucks the fumes back in to the carb. All right, so let's pop those off and have a quick look at what we have in the car currently. All right, guys, welcome back to the Triumph TR8 valve cover project. It's actually been a couple weeks since I started this project, and I had to take a bit of a break because I realized that I needed to do a few things before we got into the polishing project. And that was to make sure that I could get all of the old components off the old valve covers in order to transfer them to the new valve covers. And I was having a major problem with this riser pipe for the oil filler, and it just wasn't budging on the bench. So what I did is I bolted it back on the car and got a big pipe wrench and managed to break it free. It's amazing how tight that was. I'm sure obviously it's never been off before. I actually did try some heat. That didn't work, but the old big pipe wrench did. So now that I know I can get that off, we can now go back to trying to utilize and polish up the new valve covers. And I also got a few things to help with that as well. I did get some sandpaper in various grits. I think that starts at about 1500 grit, goes all the way to 5000. In order to get this at least started to be polished, we'll do this on the DA sander for the most part on the parts that are accessible, and then we'll switch the final step to the Meguiar's mag and aluminum polish. So that's in process. I did also, when I took the old valve covers off, I realized that I wasn't going to be able to utilize the old gaskets. So in the interim, in the past, these arrived I think a couple days ago, we got some new valve cover gaskets to be able to put on with the new valve covers once we get there eventually. I don't know if I showed you, I did actually get rid of the old K&N air cleaner because it was pretty scratched up. I don't know if you can see that. I could probably have polished that up as well, but we have an Edelbrock intake on the car. So I went ahead with the Edelbrock breather as well. So I think that looks okay. I did a fit check, put some grease on top of the wing nut, made sure it didn't dent the hood in before I slammed it shut entirely. I did actually try to polish up the intake a little bit. It's kind of difficult in that area. It really needs to come off to be polished properly, but we did clean it up a little bit. Anyway, now that this is loose and hopefully we can get the other piece off as well. We'll go ahead with the project. All right, I decided to start with 1,000 grits. So we've got a bottle of water here just with a little bit of Dawn dish detergent in it, and we're just going to spray the piece down before we start wet sanding it. We've got a electric DA sander here that we're going to use to help us out. In the tight spots, we can always just use it as a hand pad. It does have a little bit of a slight foam backing to it, so should be able to get into inside the ridges here. But primarily we're going to use this really to get into the flat spots here on the face and on the back of the covers to make this a little bit easier. So I'll bring you back after we're completed the 1,000 grit stage. All right, I don't know if you were able to see it or not, but we went from 1,000 grit down to 2,000 grit, then down to 3,000 grit. And this is what it looks like currently. So it did get a lot of that rash off. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to see what it looks like with a rub down of this mag and aluminum polish, Mother's. So we're just going to use this. We'll see what that does as far as bringing the shine up, and maybe that's as far as we'll go. It doesn't have to be, super mirror shiny, but I just want them to look half decent. So I don't want to put too much effort to them. I don't want to get a buffing wheel out and do them. I think I actually have a buffing wheel, but I think we're just going to suffice with this. Well, let's see what it looks like when we're done this step, and we'll come back. All right, we've got the one side done of the bottom cover, and I just stacked the other cover on top so you could see the difference from start to finish, and I think that looks pretty good. So we went through the sanding steps of, like I said, 1,000 grit down to 3,000, and then we hit it with the Meguiar's. And what I ended up doing on the Meguiar's is I ended up using this, I've got a foam bonnet on my angle grinder that we wet a little bit with some water, and we used the Meguiar's to sort of buff it. I also used this little sponge buffing pad again with some Meguiar's as a finishing. So we did the foam pad first, and then we finished it with this foam pad on this pneumatic buffer, just again with a little bit of this mag polish, and we're able to get it to look like this. So I'm happy with that look. So I think what we'll do is we'll continue on, and we'll finish off this cover, and then we'll come back and we'll compare it to the other cover, the top cover, and see what it looks like overall. All right, guys, after a couple of hours of sanding and polishing, there's what they look like, or this is what this one looks like anyway, compared to the one we haven't worked on yet. I think it's a big difference. I like to be able to get these areas cleaned up a little bit better in here. And there's the non-touched one for comparison. Yeah, I think they look a lot better. A couple hours of elbow grease, and I'll be ready to put back on the car, or put on the car. All right, going in the right direction. All right, guys, welcome back to the garage. It's now Sunday morning at just after 9 a.m. We've been out here for about an hour and a half or so and finished up the other side valve cover. So that's looking good. I think they look 100% better than what they did. They polished up pretty nicely. There's still a few marks here and there, but not too bad. I'd actually like to get some labels made for here, maybe some custom TR8 labels or something. We'll figure something out a little bit later, but I'm not worried about it right now. So yeah, happy with the polishing job. So all the way from, again, the process from 1,000 all the way up through 1,500 to 2,000 to 3,000 grit as far as the wet sanding was concerned on the covers. And then what I did is I hit them with this foam disc on my angle grinder and polished them up a little bit more with some of this Mother's mag and aluminum polish. There we go. And then some of the finer areas, you use a little buffing Q-tip I did use this little buffing wheel as well, and we use this soft pad again, all with this Meguiar's product. I think it's Meguiar, or sorry, Mother's product on this foam pad here on this pneumatic. So basically, I used everything that I could as far as tools-wise was concerned to get into the little nooks and crannies. So, all right, I guess the next step is to actually get them on the car. So let's pull the cover off the TR8, pull the covers that are on the rocker covers or valve covers that are on the car off, remove those components. We still have to put in the baffles in the back. So we'll do that once we remove the old covers, valve covers, and see how those baffles work on the inside. All right, I did mention that I got some new gaskets, but I don't think I told you what I got. So I got Felpro, which are probably the most expensive you can buy. These are fairly pricey. I think they're about 3 or 4 times more than what some of the other gaskets you can get on the market, but the quality is evident here. There is the part number for the Felpro gaskets for these rocker covers, so our valve covers. I thought I would give you one quick last look of the engine bay with the old covers on before I start doing some disassembly in here. And just pop the cover off. A little chilly out this morning. And there's what the engine bay looks like now. So I'm gonna shine it up a bit, give it a bit more bling with those covers. So yeah, looking forward to getting them on there. Anyway, let's start the disassembly process. All right, we've got the passenger side cover off, and we've got this little vent here that allows the crankcase gases to go back into the carburetor and get reburned. So on the inside, you can see this baffle here. It's full length, so with the opening just for this breather here. And we'll do the same on the new covers. You can see that the gasket here is affixed to this cover. So that's why I wasn't going to be able to utilize the old gasket, nor did I want to. Plus, it looks like the previous owners applied a lot of silicone here along the edge. It must have been leaking profusely at some point. So we're hoping that the Felpro gaskets seal a little bit better. Anyway, let's go ahead and put the baffles in the new covers, and we'll come back. All right, there's the baffle installed in the new cover. I actually had to use the original baffle because the baffle that came with the covers didn't have a cutout. I mean, I could have made a cut on this end where my thumb is basically, but I just figured I'd just use the old baffle. So we cleaned that up a little bit and screwed that in. I did use a little bit of red Loctite on these screws just to make sure they don't, rattle loose and drop into the valve train. So that is done. So this is ready to go back on the car with a new gasket. All right, we've cleaned these two pieces up and got them ready for paint. I was debating whether just polishing this and leaving this, but the problem with this is steel and this will not polish that well. It'll just get rusty. So this is gonna have to be black. So I figured this is gonna have to be black as well. So we'll get them painted and back on the car, and then we'll hook the hoses back up and be ready to cruise. All right, they say chrome don't get you home, but I certainly like the look of it. Looks much cleaner than it did. We've got the black pieces reinstalled now, and they definitely look good. Those valve covers cleaned up nicely, look much better than the black ones that were in there. I think you'll probably agree. Maybe chrome is not your thing, and that's okay. But yeah. So the only thing left to do now is to take it for a ride. We'll make sure that those new valve gaskets don't leak. I'm pretty sure they won't, but you never know. So yeah, it's looking good. One more thing to polish now. Time to go for a ride. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for subscribing. We'll see you on the next video.